The darkness crept around the edges of the room like a living entity, swallowing every inch in its path. I sat alone in my dimly lit living room, the soft glow of the TV casting eerie shadows across the walls. Outside, the wind howled like a tormented soul, rattling the windows in their frames. It was a typical night, or so I thought. As I lounged on the couch, my mind began to drift, lulled by the monotonous hum of the television. But then, a sudden chill swept through the room, causing me to shiver involuntarily. I glanced around, feeling a sense of unease settling over me like a heavy blanket. Was I truly alone in this house? Brushing off the sensation, I reached for the remote to switch off the TV, but before my fingers could make contact, a faint whisper echoed through the darkness. My heart skipped a beat as I froze, straining to hear it again. It sounded like my name. "Sarah," the voice murmured, barely audible yet unmistakably real. My blood ran cold as I realized it wasn't coming from the TV or any electronic device. It was coming from somewhere within the house. Panic surged within me, but I forced myself to stay calm. Maybe it was just my imagination playing tricks on me. I tried to convince myself of this as I cautiously made my way through the house, each creak of the floorboards sending shivers down my spine. Then I saw her, a woman standing in the hallway, her figure obscured by the shadows. My breath caught in my throat as I stumbled backward, my heart pounding against my ribcage like a trapped animal. How did she get in here? Who was she? "Sarah," the woman whispered again, her voice hollow and devoid of emotion. I could feel her eyes boring into me, even though I couldn't see her face. With trembling hands, I fumbled for the light switch, flooding the hallway with harsh illumination. But when the light pierced the darkness, the woman was gone, as if she had never been there at all. I stood there for a moment, trying to rationalize what I had just seen. Maybe it was a trick of the light, or perhaps I was more tired than I realized. But deep down, I knew it wasn't that simple. There was something sinister lurking within the walls of my home, something that defied logic and reason. Determined to prove to myself that I was just being paranoid, I decided to search the house from top to bottom. But with each room I entered, the feeling of dread only intensified, as if the darkness itself was closing in around me. And then, just